Hello, my name is Ashley Davis, and this is my MATLAB program presentation for the 2019 Fall Term Programming Contest. My program is a Sudoku Solver. For those of you who aren't familiar with Sudoku puzzles, they are solved by determining which number from numbers 1 to 9 fits in each space so that each number appears only once in every row, column, and block of the puzzle. My program attempts to determine which number belongs in each space of the empty puzzle and turn it into something like this. I first came up with this idea because my grandpa and I used to play Sudoku together all the time when I was little. When I first started taking ENCMP, I began thinking of ways to create such a program. However, it wasn't until we learned about strings that I came up with the idea of how I would create this program. My program revolves almost entirely around strings, as they are easily manipulated and can have multiple values within a single space in a matrix. Even though the design of the program was determined early on, it wasn't until reading week that I was able to sit down and code it. In total, it only took me 3 days. First off, I Googled a simple Sudoku puzzle, which I have included as Sudoku1.mat. After the first day, my program was able to solve this puzzle. And I thought, great, I'm done. But when I tried it with a harder puzzle, I nearly crashed my computer via infinite while loop. The next day, I added another step in the solving process, but while this got the puzzle closer to being solved, it still could not solve the second puzzle. On the third day, I added another step, and finally, the program was able to solve Sudoku2.mat. After that, there were only a few minor changes. And now I get to show you how it works. The program starts off by prompting the user for the name of the puzzle they wish to solve. In this case, I'll use Sudoku 3.mat. Then it'll display the original puzzle in this format, and then solve for it and display the solved puzzle. The puzzles entered look like this, with zeros in place of every empty space. The program first will turn this puzzle into a string, remove the zeros, and display the empty puzzle, and then it'll begin to solve it. First, the program focuses on each row, and if any value, say the number 2, does not exist as a single value in that row, it'll put the number 2 into every space that used to be empty, and I'll repeat this for numbers 1 through 9. The program then begins to delete numbers from these lists of potential numbers, starting with columns, then each of the 9 blocks, and then from the rows. It does this through 3 steps. Number 1. If a number in the dimension exists as a single value, that number will be removed from all potential lists. If a value is found in only one space in a dimension, that value will become the only value in that space. And 3, if 2 spaces are 2 values long and are identical, these values are removed from every other space in the matrix. So what are the best aspects of this program? Well, first of all, it's simple. It only uses basic functions, which, while they may not be exciting, allows this to be a great teaching device, as this program is easily understandable and uses the basics of programming. It could be designed by anyone with a basic sense of programming and demonstrates that programming does not have to be overly difficult. You don't need to be a genius or a spy to do it. And finally, it's just kind of cool. Anyway, thank you for watching, and for instructions on how to run and test the program, and for a write-up on how the program works, please refer to the readme.txt file. Happy puzzle solving!